Yeah, good morning, my dear friends. Yeah, thank you for your support. Yeah, yeah, it's a wonderful Saturday. Now it's going to be the last week of August. Time really passed very fast. So day by day, now everybody has gone out, go to Malaysia. So you all can tune into Auntie Bole's Facebook. So for last week, Auntie Bole has traveled to Ipoh, to KL, to Malacca. Wow, really it's a wonderful place. Malaysia. A lot of things to eat. We try, maybe some is not as what we expected, but the fun is when we have friends to get together. That is very wonderful. Yes. So today, Auntie Bole's one number 118 meet up. Yes. Wow. Good morning, Li Hua. Morning. Yeah. So what I have just said that we have what do you call that? Auntie Bole has traveled to Ipoh, KL, and Malacca. It's a wonderful place when we can travel. Yeah, we also must think of those who can't travel. Yeah. So today is 118 meet up. Auntie Bole is happy actually able to because recently I saw this beautiful gate. Okay, this beautiful gate. Okay, they are actually from KL, okay, PJ or KL, and then they are. So I see my friends, sometimes Facebook you can see friends they are selling coffee. So they are ordering coffee and then it come. So actually it caught my attention that beautiful gate. Oh, they are selling coffee. Actually, this coffee packaging, what's so special? And we will ask the one lady and the Grace and Chia Long to talk about what is special and what is actually Beautiful Gate Foundation for the disabled. You see, for the disabled, yeah. So from the notice that I have sent out, okay, the poster. So actually we want to know why are people selling coffee and why are people buying coffee. So what is that for? Actually, it's a very interesting that we actually need to know what is going on surrounding us. Though it's not nearby in KL, there are also we can buy somehow people do things because now in social media everywhere is so near. Okay, though it's far but it's still near. So now I'm very happy. I'm going to welcome Grace and Chia Long. They are the staff at this Beautiful Gate Foundation for the disabled. How are they helping the disabled? We call it their members. So it's actually nice to know what's happening surrounding, though we don't often in touch with these people. And it's an eye opener that we're able to see what's going on. Hello, good morning, Beck. Good morning, Margaret. Yeah. So now I shall welcome Chia Long and Grace to the stage. Yeah. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
hi, good
This
morning.
is Grace here.
And I'm Jialong.
Hi.
Yeah,
And
wonderful to know these young people who are willing to be with the members of the Beautiful Gate Foundation. Yes. So when we talk about Beautiful Gate Foundation, and it also has diverted another, what do you call that, department now, we call it maybe, they do have this BG Cafe, 美门咖啡店, selling coffee. This is the one that attract my attention. Why are they having this? And then later on, I get to know that, oh, this is something that they help the members, to have something for them to do, which I think is very nice, very good of it. Yeah. So we want to know more actually what is this about, right? So we want to maybe when I pose the question, because people will be answering. So we want to beautiful gate foundation. What is this about? How and
hi. So Beautiful Gift Foundation for the Disabled is a local non-profit organization which is established in 1993, which committed to serve people with disabilities regardless of their religion, race, ethnicity, or gender. So we basically are focusing on various services to meet the different needs for the local disabled community. That's-
So how was it and why was it? Why?
So in 1993, where CSE Chinese Annual Conference, the Methodist Church in Malaysia, they comments the Methodist ministry for disabled. They saw the needs of the disabled. So after 2 years of hard work for establishing this, getting that, and in 1995, so where it comes out, beautiful gate. So this is HQ. lah.
So then you all see the need. Yeah. So
Yeah.
may I know, okay. Okay, this foundation is formed actually to help the disabled and regardless of any religion or anything like that, right? So that's wonderful. So at the moment, how many members are in your center? How come help them away?
Around 30 something, around that.
Well, maybe this one I will ask Jack. Yeah. How do the organizers the echo is quite so much. How does this beautiful gate foundation people to example the 𝗕𝗂𝗵𝗀 美门 how to help maybe we can elaborate.
All right. So when we are speaking of non-profit organization, right? Mostly not just Beautiful Gate Foundation, even others non-profit organization like St. Nicholas Home for the Blind and Society Homes. The main funding for its operation is solely depends on donation and public funding, okay? Donation support from the publics, right? So the problem is people are getting more and more particular about money, especially due to the post-COVID-19 pandemic the economy of various countries are down, right? So people are getting more and more sensitive about money. So by depending solely on donations from others is no longer sustainable to operate a non-profit organization to serve the disabled. So 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗵'𝘀 is one of our method to generate income, right? So what I mean by generate income is from the profit of our coffee sales, right? So the income will be used to support the daily necessities in running our centers, like providing accommodations as well as foods for our members. All right, and also indirectly by having this coffee project, right? It also creates sort of work opportunity for the disabled, right? And also able to expose make our disabled members learn some skills in producing the coffee. So maybe this might be helpful. Maybe in the future they want to venture into entrepreneurship and etc. So it's a useful skill for them. That's all.
Yeah, 𝗕𝗨, just now you were saying very interesting things. So in fact, this so how do they do this coffee from the beginning or only just the beginning? I saw on your website that you all explain how to make coffee, how to coffee workshop, something like that. So how do
Sorry.
they?
Sorry, Auntie, can you repeat that? We didn't catch you clearly.
What I mean is, do they do in a way is okay, the coffee packaging is only packaging, or how do you train when you have a美门 cafe? I mean, you do have a cafe where they serve the customer, something like that.
Oh,
How do you? Yeah.
when it comes to that, we don't actually. Although our name is BG Cafe, but we mainly produce and sell coffees. So, right. So our coffee beans came from Thailand, Chiang Mai, Thailand. So the beans are imported from there. So the process begins from roasting and all the way to packaging, right? So all are done by our disabled members. So after the raw coffee beans have been roasted, then we'll proceed to grind it. Okay. After grinding, then we will scale it, right, to make sure the weight is correct, and then we'll seal it and package it, right? So aside of that, you mentioned about coffee workshop is one of the ways we learn how to come up with new products, right? So the upcoming workshops, I think maybe around 3rd and 4th September, we will be learning about a new way to prepare coffee, which is they call it ice cube coffee. So the way it is done is the coffee bean will be grinded, all right? Will be grinded, and then it will be mixed with water to make it into a cube, and then it will be frozen. So that's why they call it ice cube coffee.
Nice.
Okay, so that means you all don't already have a cafe lah, but it's named as cafe, but
We
you sell
do.
the coffee. Yeah. So is it so online, or is it that you have a counter in your center that people to buy the coffee which is packaged? Actually, it's packaged from the beginning. You grind the coffee and you grind. So it's very interesting. So online, or how is it? Maybe you can show us your coffee or something like that. Some by some.
So, all right. So when it comes to our sales operation, mainly online, okay? So people can view our products through our Facebook page, BG Cafe, BGF Cafe. And also, we also have online stores in Shopee and Lazada, right? And if people do choose to walk into our center to purchase our coffee, that's available as an option as well. So for now, we only have one type of coffee, which is this one, right? So it's a BG drip coffee, we call it. So it's quite different. The unique thing about this coffee is in a drip bag. The normal approach that we are used to in other coffees is steep bags. You know, like when you purchase 𝗕𝗄𝗄 from supermarket, that coffee supermarket, you just throw the entire bag into hot water and wait for a while. Then the coffee is done. But our coffee, it utilizes the drip coffee approach, in which it simulates the luxurious feeling when it comes to preparing coffee, in which you have to place the bag on the cup, and then you slowly pour water onto it. So you can experience you can see the water dripping slowly through the bag into your cup, right? So for now, we have a few packages. For example, package A is one box, right? One box. it consists of 10 sachets, all right? And it costs around 50 ringgit per box, right? But if you, I know this is quite expensive, but it can't be helped because the production of our coffee are mainly based on manual work, right? Yes, we do have machines for scaling, for sealing, all right? But when it comes to operating the machines, we use is mainly handled by the disabled. So we couldn't compete with coffees that are sold commercially because those are produced in a factory. So indirectly, the cost of production will be cheaper because one thing, their buying power is higher. Hence, when they are able to buy in bulk, things will be cheaper. But we don't have the capacity to do that. So we have no choice but to sell at this price range. And the most important thing is we need to sell at this price range because we need to raise funds to support the operations of our center, right? So aside from package A, we also have package B, in which we are selling it with customers will get 3 boxes and extra 2 sachets. So 1 box is 10 sachets, 3 boxes is 30 sachets, and we'll give extra 2 sachets for our 135. Yeah. And then for more value, we have package C, which comprised of 9 boxes and 5 extra sachets. And that is selling for 388, right? But for this month, in August, we do have our special promotion. It's due on 31st of August for in celebration for the Merdeka, the Malaysian Independence Day. So we are selling 2 small box, all right, small box. So this is a big box, which contains 10 sachets, but small box, it contains 5 sachets. Normally, one small box, it costs around RM30, but in celebration for the Malaysian Independence Day, we are selling 2 boxes with a jar of walnut cookies for only RM68.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jarum, for sharing. Yeah, Jarum is involved in this beautiful gift foundation. He's like part of the sales and everything. Grace is the yeah. So apart from cafe, okay. What other activities do you have for members? I mean, packaging is the way they have that little bit income from there also, right? You also provide income for them when they do the packaging. And so for this foundation for the disabled, what other
services? Okay. All right. So, all right. As I mentioned earlier, our coffee project is to generate funds to support the operation of our centers. So, but our main objective is not making money. Our main objective is to serve and improve life of the disabled. So, aside from this project, right, we are providing services such as we do provide general education, in which our foundation will link with various educational institutions. Also, some of our members are sent for homeschooling, right? In which one advantage of homeschooling is the curriculum is adapted to based on their abilities. So it is adjusted to cater to the pace of the students, right? And then we also have various activities, right? Our members also have various classes like English classes and public speaking as well. And other classes mostly related to spiritual and religiosity, which is Christianity mainly, all right? Aside from that, we also offer transportation services, especially for those who are who are using wheelchair, right? Because wheelchair users normally, if they would like to commute, right, in a smaller vehicles, it is possible, yeah, but usually there are lots of work need to be done. For example, they need to transfer to their vehicles and need to fold their wheelchair and store it in the car, right? But we provide transportation in the sense that we have a van which is equipped with a ramp so that wheelchair users could enter the vehicle easily. Okay, so we offer such services. We send them to places that they need to be so that they are able to commute more easily. And other than that, we are also promoting awareness. We do conduct programs like disability equality training, as well as disability awareness training. Such trainings mainly the main objectives of such trainings is to expose the public with regards to the concept of disability, right? Because there are various viewpoints when it comes to disability. We have the individual model, we have the diversity model, and sometimes we might even hear about spiritual model as well. But the main focus of DET and DAT is to expose the public towards the concept of disability based on social model, in which disability is not the person, but it is the environment. All right. So disability, in short, disability is caused by barriers, in which those barriers can be categorized as environmental barriers or attitudinal barriers. Okay, so what we want to do is to make people understand when we remove environmental barriers and attitudinal barriers, people with disabilities are able to contribute optimally in the society.
Yes. Thank you, Chalong, for able to explain so much further to let us know actually the disabled is categorized by the environment they say you are. And we are happy to know actually many of us we do take coffee. Yeah, good morning to Leng Chu, Seng Hoa, Susan Tai, my sister Siu Chin, MK. Yeah, so we normally we do take coffee. Actually, Malaysia, I think most of the people are coffee lover. Yeah. I usually take coffee all. But yeah, sometimes this is a good idea actually. In a way, you do help the disabled because this is their effort. Okay, their effort also to help to earn something, and at the same time, you are having this fund for the foundation's daily running of the foundation as well, right? Yeah, so it's very interesting actually to know that we can help in a different way. So my friends, whoever online with me, you may ask any question which you think that you want to know more about Beautiful Gate or the BG Cafe. Please write down your question in the comments. So when they are still here with Auntie Boleh, we may ask the question to them. Yeah. Also, yeah, maybe you can also answer to the other question is that Beautiful Gate that is in PJ, right? Yeah, it's in PJ. So may we know that is this the only branch or is there any branches anywhere in Malaysia?
Total we have 8 branches, but here PJ is HQ, and other branches located in Kepong, Puchong, Klang, Seremban, Kampar, Manjong, and Melaka. Sorry.
So more to the north. Last, okay. May our question know actually how can the community help actually for project? How would you like to help the community? How to help you?
Right. Thanks, Auntie. Right. So, well, how we would like the community to help us? I think this question we should not limit it to the coffee solely to the coffee project because, uh, as I said, the project we are running, BG Cafe, mainly is to raise funds to run the basic operations of our centers, right? But when we talk about how the community is able to help the disabled communities is we need to look at it from a various aspects, right? From various aspects, right? For me personally, from what I can say is one, the community can help persons with disability to develop a more positive identity towards themselves. Right? What do I mean? Right? Because it is sad to say that in developing countries, especially like Malaysia and other developing countries, right? These persons with disabilities are often stigmatized or discriminated, right? So this indirectly has led persons with disability to engage in a behavior which is called covering. What I mean by the behavior of covering is they try their best, all right? They try to force themselves to be as normal as they can. For example, for someone who couldn't walk at all, they will try their best to function by crawling, right? For example, you go to a place with no ramp, only stairs. They will try their best to climb the stairs by crawling, for example. So they try to cover up their disability by forcing themselves to do something that shouldn't be done in the first place, right? And the deeper problem is society views that people with disabilities who do that are very inspiring, right? So this has indirectly shift the focus of society toward more and more towards ableism, right? So this is a very deep issue here because when society places their emphasis on ableism, okay, it affects the familial institution as well, the family. So let's say parents who have disabled children, they will keep instilling their children with the concept of ableism. You must be able to do this. You must be able to do that. Find a way for you to do that, to do something. Until we forgot something about interdependence, where it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to demand for a better and accessible environment. So why not encourage people with disability to expose themselves, share themselves, not in the sense that sharing their achievement, but more and more sharing more about themselves, about their disability, so it will be able to help the disabled to embrace their identity, embrace the disability as their identity. That's the first step. All right. Of course, in order to do that, I would encourage the community to get involved with more and more disability-related activities. For example, our foundation's Beautiful Gig Foundation for the Disabled, we do conduct programs such as Be an Angel training camp, in which we aim to expose people in ways to interact and assist persons with disabilities.
Thank you. Thank you, Jalong, for your share. So, Auntie Boleh here, actually, I have my friend here, Lizzie. She has a program, actually. She has a program. She has a program for many of us here, actually. So, maybe though we cannot see each other in person, but we have a program, incoming program, for all your members and everybody in KL, for all over Malaysia, in fact, all over the world, to know what is this program about. And I encourage actually Jalong, your Beautiful Gig Foundation members also can join in by Zoom also. So now I will let my friend actually to elaborate more what is happening in this coming National Day, that you and your members can actually participate by Zoom. Okay, so now I will get Li Jin to share with us, what is the incoming event.
Oh yes, thank you, Auntie Boleh. And hello, BG Cafe. Yes. Yeah, this coming National Day, the 65th birthday of Malaysia, and that is the Merdeka Malaysia event. It's a virtual event, and we are targeting 500 packs. Many exciting program. Our guest of honor is 𝗂𝗳𝗂𝗵'𝘀 𝗕𝗲𝗂𝗵𝘀, the assembly woman in KL. And yes, all are welcome. And of course, the founder of Laughter Yoga, Dr. Madan Katara from India, will be coming. There'll be speakers from UK, from India, and Australia. They'll be here. It's only a 1.5 hour program. So later I put the link at Auntie Boleh's Facebook, and I hope that either tomorrow maybe we have a proper StreamYard Facebook live with Auntie Boleh to elaborate more. So because it's about for Auntie Boleh, so I will not speak much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Bye and all the best. I'm going for Baba food now. Bye bye.
Yeah, this is one of the way I would like to engage with our friends here. So when there are things happening also, you can get your members to be happier in a certain way. Okay, no doubt it's work lah, Jalong and Grace. So there's another happening that you can get your members to participate. So it's actually good to actually mix around with other NGO. Just now, Lijin one is another NGO. We actually give cheers, happy, Johor Bahru Happy and Joyous Club, actually the activities. So now I would like to actually say thank you very much to Grace and Jalong from Beautiful Gig Foundation to let us know what actually is their project about. Because Auntie Boleh first is saw the BG Cafe selling coffee. That's the thing that attract Auntie Boleh. And now I come to know more about it. So actually it's very good that we actually, no doubt we see Facebook, but we're able to discover more. So lastly, we would like to say bye-bye to our friends here, like Jalong and Grace. Yeah, so thank you very much for Jalong and Grace for coming to Auntie Boleh Facebook, and this to like and share Auntie Boleh Facebook. So looking forward to maybe have a session with you all again. Okay, so time to say bye-bye, and please remember, Auntie Boleh love to share. All of you help Auntie Boleh to share. Okay, so bye-bye everybody. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.